Welcome back to another motherfucker episode of the Top Cast, the home of three niggas on YouTube. And we finally all made it back. I am your host, the incredible T.O.P. And here with me is the young homie Roe and Tone. Good evening, Miss Misha. How you doing? Lady with the nice smile. Glad that you could join us. And I just like to say, welcome back, gentlemen. I'm glad that you was safe after all. It ended up last week just a slight miscalculation and misstep in communication, and unfortunately, Tone was safe, fortunately, but unfortunately, he was unable to join us for last week's stream. That be as it may, glad to have you back. We missed you. The nigga was actually on time because he thought that I was going to Will Smith his motherfucking ass if he was late.
This nigga here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Can you smell it now? What Barack is cooking?
Face. Face.
What's up, fellas?
Face.
What's up, fellas? Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm glad to have you.
Was
And
good.
what's been going on in your life? I know you guys have either seen or heard, that willeth, putteth, the smacketh, downeth, and and everybody hates Chris. So, I don't know, man. To me, I think that set black men back 37 and a half years in the direction of slavery. And everybody's got their opinion. I have mine. I'm pretty sure you guys have yours. And so let's talk about it. Because I consider myself a work in progress. I don't know about you fellas. And I also recognize the reality of the situation, that being that we all experience and have emotions, depending upon the situations that we in. However, us as men, whether it's really an unspoken, not unspoken, but unwritten, like set of rules. And one of those rules for us men is that, you know,
Right.
you really, really to become a master in your manhood, you really have to have total control over your emotions.
Right.
And I would like for you guys to speak on that. And how do you how would you relate or overlay that on the situation between Will Smith and Chris Rock at the Oscars?
Well, it's funny that he did that, right? Because this girl I was involved with, we had a conversation, because y'all know me, I'm just like a regular chill. I like to laugh, have fun. I'm very non-confrontational. I don't like to argue or nothing like that. So she had never seen me like for real, just like get mad. Like you really got to do something to me to make me mad, you know what I'm saying? And she had questioned me like, I would want to know if you would protect me or not, because she never seen me mad. And I was just like, so what you want me to do? Just walk up to a random motherfucker and just slap him just so I can prove to you that I'll protect you? Like shit, you've been safe thus far dating me. I ain't never put you in danger. So that's protection to me. But sometimes I think people want to just see you literally get physical with somebody so they can know like or think they know that they can that you can
Yeah,
protect them, because like I
like
could go try to protect you and I can get shot. Like he might be crazy, you know what I'm saying? You don't know, like I could be putting us in more danger. He pull out his stuff, start shooting because I'm trying to prove something to you. That's why you can't let them get to you like that, because they kind of like when you act like an animal like that. I guarantee it was a lot of chicks that was like probably turned on by Will Smith. Like, oh shit, that ain't Will Smith. That's Mike Lowry right there. Like, that's Mike Lowry from Bad Boys.
Hey, wait, hold on now. I mean, Will, you got to keep the fire on the inside now. You can't be out here slapping people at the Oscars. We done work hard to get here now. But I understand. I mean, I knew you had it in you, but I didn't think you was gonna get up there and slap the taste out of his mouth. I mean, it's spit residue on the stage. You understand me? He can't taste tonight. Whatever Oscar dinner he was going to is canceled now because with tasteless jokes comes tasteless sensations, and now he won't be able to enjoy food tonight. Okay, but you gotta understand, you gotta be careful because when you get to your highest point, that's when the devil tries to come at you. Okay, so you gotta be careful. All right, going back to your seat now. Tell Jay that say, hey, you slept fire out of me. That's my will. That's right.
Yo, that's fucking hilarious, yo. This situation on so many levels. And before I continue, salute to you, Joe Blast. Salute to you, Cam. Glad that you guys made it. I appreciate you being here. But what's so funny about this situation to me, and it's so obvious, is that not only was Will Smith in his feelings, but he got all the rest of us in our feelings just talking about this shit. For one, and you see very distinctly the divide between how people think about this situation. So you got some people that say, and I agree with them to a point. You got to be careful what you say and who you say it to. But on the other hand, we also, I'm pretty sure you guys would agree with me, had it been somebody else and not Chris Rock, maybe Will would have had a second thought before he, got up and made that kind of move. Because I'm pretty sure, like, if Mike Tyson was up there, he wouldn't have just boldly walked up there to smack the shit out of Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson could, like, kill you with his bare hands.
The funny thing is, they was gonna have The Rock hosted at first. So if The Rock said that shit, because they wrote most of the jokes that they be saying be written by the other motherfuckers or approved. So he said nothing that they didn't already say was cool for him to say. So if that was The Rock, would he have went up there and slapped him like that?
Yeah, that's basically the point that I'm making. And a lot of people conveniently like to ignore that. Another point that a lot of people like to ignore, and this is basically the same point, it's just I like to try to put it in different contexts and look at it from that point of view. But Will Smith wouldn't have been able to smack no street dude like that for having a joke about his wife. And then, like, another point that I try to point out, because I could be this kind of guy, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I really don't like you. I'll fuck with you like that just to make you mad. Because when you mad, you can't focus. You understand what I'm saying? And you end up, that's why as a man, it's very, very important to control your emotions, because when you get overly emotional and you allow your emotions to, overrule your logic, you'll do something that will put you in a position that's going to end up costing you more than what you was willing to pay for. So, like, let's put this in another context. Let's say Will Smith went up and he slapped Chris Rock, and Chris Rock was really about that life, and he beat the shit out of Will Smith. You understand what I'm saying? Then he would have looked like a double clown. Do you agree or do you disagree?
Oh,
I think he was about to. If you watch the video, he clenched his fist and thought about it. Was like, I just got slapped the shit out of. Like he thought about the money. You could tell. But I do not think. I think they would have made. Then Chris Rock would have been the problem, which is fucked up.
Yeah, I think the whole thing with the whole situation is you put yourself in a lose situation basically. As far as I'm concerned, I could be
Oh,
in error.
most definitely put himself in a lose-lose. There was no way to win that. Really, in my opinion, he could have just yelled from the ground, hey, keep my wife's name out your mouth. And everybody would have got the point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But instead, he go there, slap him, and then walk away and like tug his suit like he just did a job well done. Like, no, bro, that wasn't cool at all.
And for all of the guys out there, because I don't have children and I don't have a wife, so I'm speaking in a hypothetical context because I understand how I am. Now, when I was growing up, I was taught a nursery rhyme that went a little something like this. Hit it. Nah, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can never hurt you. They really can only affect you if you allow them to. And and if you don't understand what's being said to you, that's part of the danger with words. However, the reason why this situation is a lose-lose situation for Will Smith is because, all right, you went up there, you smacked the shit out of the man because he made a GI Jane joke about your wife, who you felt like it was distasteful because she's suffering from some kind of a hair loss condition. Okay, we'll give you that. What you gonna do if he decided to turn right around and do it again 2 seconds later and continue to do it repeatedly?
I would
You
have.
see what I'm saying? Do you get the point that I'm trying to make? I mean,
Yep.
the only way you could stop a person from saying something that you don't agree with, that you consider to be disrespectful, is ultimately to extinguish their life. Now there are people out there, especially depending on the context of the situation and what's being said and who is being said to, that are willing to take it to that level. And I would like to say that you should understand that the motherfuckers are mentally disturbed. Because again, it's just the way that I look at it. And I am guilty of this behavior. And this is why I say that what I say in reference to it. And that is, you can't allow motherfuckers to control you emotionally with the shit that they say out of their mouth. Because there's nothing you could do to control what's coming out their mouth without actually doing them physical harm, which is going to end up costing you more than what you're willing to pay. You gonna go sit up in prison for the rest of your fucking life because a motherfucker says some shit that you don't like. Suppose Will Smith went up there, smacked Chris Rock, he fell, hit his head on the stage and died. Now you got a fucking murder charge because you emotional and want to be a fucking tough guy.
Man, we all grew up in the hood, right? It is so, especially like I'm just gonna say black men because that's what I know. Like that's what I grew up around. It's so easy to trigger black men. You can literally walk up to a black. I want y'all to go outside, see a black man, and say, "Hey, you good?" like, what you mean you good, nigga? You good? Like they be ready to go up off anything. Like, nah, my nigga, I'm just trying to see if you good. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to trigger people with words, you know what I'm saying? Like to piss people off. You go walk up to a gangster and be like, man, you ain't about it. Like he damn near will take out his gun and kill you just to prove that he about it. Like risk his life and you know what I'm saying, his freedom just because you said some, hey, you ain't about it like that. You could be messing with the dude, but people just be ready to just go off. You know, people be just wanting to, they be looking for that type of energy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I personally, and I consider myself to have had to learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? You got to be mindful of the fact, and this happened to me. I just kind of became I came to a realization like, wait a minute. Even if I whoop this motherfucker ass, he could turn around and say the same shit again. Now I'm right back at square one. You know what I'm saying? So like there's no winning this situation. You in a lose-lose situation. And then
it's like Roddy said, you still a bitch.
Hey, that's some shit that Tone would do. I could see him like he'll just keep doing it. Like he'll keep egging it on. Like I see Tone as a comedian. He made a joke about Jada, and he would keep going. Like goddamn, I'm gonna have to really fight this nigga Tone. I'm like to the death because this nigga ain't gonna stop.
I'm
gonna really have to close his mouth permanently because this nigga just gonna say something even worse. You know?
See, if it couldn't have been me at the motherfucking Oscars, nigga, because I would have jokes for days. I'd be like, oh, that little bald head bitch right there that look like a Christmas present right now, nigga. That bitch look like Goku.
Damn, man. See, then Will Smith would have had to pull out the blicky on you.
That's
Will
what I'm
Smith would
saying.
have had to pull out the burner on
that's the point.
Now it's been working.
That's the point that I'm making is a motherfucker with words can control your actions. You are out of line.
Mm-hmm.
Your manhood is compromised. You might as well.
The crazy part to me is
you might as well be a female.
The crazy part to me is that I don't even think it was his words. I think it was Jada's response. That's the even worse part.
That too, because then that means that his behavior was to benefit or to make her feel better. And I can tell you, fellas, it is not your fucking responsibility to dictate how the fuck your woman feel. Now, that's not saying don't try to, make her feel something, because you do want her to feel something, but she's responsible for her own goddamn emotions. You know what I'm saying? And then on some man shit, all that hooping and hollering he did, talk about keep my name out your white mouth. Maybe you should have started with that, Mr. Smith. So that, you all, as a man, a more mature and evolved man, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, you have to go out and try this shit. When a motherfucker get out of line and you feel like they disrespectful with their mouth, you don't got to get loud with them. You ain't got to say a whole bunch of words. You can look at that motherfucker right in their goddamn face and say, all right, man, that's enough. Just chill.
Or be like, hey. You know what I'm saying? That's literally all you got.
That's it. And a motherfucker already know, okay, he done drawn a line in the sand. So you give a motherfucker an indication, all right, look, man, I don't like what you're doing. But to start with physical violence, you could fuck around and lose your life like that. I done seen it happen. Motherfucker think you just go run up on the motherfucker and smack up on him because you think that you gotta win because that motherfucker's smaller than you. I done seen little niggas fuck big niggas up many, many times.
See, finally, man, we getting some credit out here.
Not you, nigga.
Nah.
Not you, nigga. You 5'3".
Fucking up a pair of kneecaps near you, nigga.
You gotta be 5'5".
That's the quickest way to bring a nigga down. Get them kneecaps, nigga. Y'all be thinking hitting a nigga in the chin, hit a nigga in his kneecaps and see if he'll collapse. Fucking chin, nigga.
I'm trying to tell you, but yeah, it's definitely a teachable moment, this situation, man. And I'm sure everybody got their own opinion about it. You even got some it's strange to me. It's fucking weird. And it could be true. It's a possibility, I suppose. I'm willing to concede that much, I guess. But you got some motherfuckers talking about it was staged.
Man, I don't put nothing past nothing.
It could. I mean, Ro. I mean, I ain't trying to give away your secret location, short version of Batman, motherfucker. But I've been out there to California. It's strange out there.
Oh yeah.
It's like leaving America and going to a whole nother country.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I saw his face. He didn't brace himself for that slap. He didn't know that shit was coming. I mean, they actors, so I get that, but nah, man, that
was. I ain't getting smoked at the Oscars, but I can tell you. See, I'm from Jersey. Not to say that really means a whole lot, but we operate in a certain manner. It's nowhere in the hell Will Smith could have walked up on me and got that goddamn close to me. All kinds of alarms would have been going off in my head. Like, okay, I see this motherfucker. He about 8 fucking feet away. When that motherfucker get within 4 fucking feet, I'm ready to respond. You understand what I'm saying?
I think he thought he was gonna come up there and say something in the microphone, so he was waiting to hand it the microphone.
That's what usually happens. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of the impression that I got. It was, I mean, it could have been a fake slap. They are actors after all. So
I heard that shit on the mic. You hear the mic go. I think his shit was small too.
What you say? He slapped Chris and the motherfucking microphone.
Then walked off like Mike Lowry.
Right, exactly. He said he
walked off like Mike Lowry.
Remember that scene where he was fixing his jacket on Bad Boys? I don't know what it was. Like the famous shit on the preview. That's what he did. He was like, "Oh shit, I feel like Mike Lowry again."
Somebody gotta make the motherfucking meme, the Bad Boys music, with that motherfucker walking away after the slap.
Yeah, because Mike Lowry was about that life in the movie. Mike Lowry didn't play.
All I'm saying is he slapped Chris Rock like when the motherfucker Road Warriors slapped in and out of the ring in a tag team battle, bro.
Bro, like I ain't gonna lie to you, the form was impeccable. The form, like he put like his hind legs, like he put like back, arm, and leg into this shit. That shit, I thought it was a right hook, but it was a.
I noticed that. It's like he used his whole lower body. He smacked that nigga from the soles of his feet. That shit was crazy.
Hey. So I got a question, Tone. So you're a comedian. What you doing? What you doing, Tone? You're a comedian. What you doing when that happened? From a comedian standpoint, you doing your set. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. But I ain't joking about shit else no more. I'm joking on her for the rest of the night. Bring your ass back up here if you want. You ain't gonna get a second with this motherfucker. I promise you that. I would have been like, damn, I guess August next. Before he even left the stage. Like, what's up?
You will never be hosting the Oscars again, nigga. You might as well go all out. Hey, bro, you banned for life, nigga. You might as well violate at that point.
Security, I'm suing them just for security letting this nigga get up here and slap me and walk away without doing nothing about it. I'm suing them motherfuckers too. He said I ain't gonna press charges against Will. I'm going for the big dog, bro. Fuck that.
Wow. So I got. Why was I not taking? I got a question.
What's that?
This question is for both of y'all. How do, especially because both of y'all, y'all fucking millennial generation. So, the guys y'all age and younger be able to relate to y'all a little bit better. But how or what would you suggest that guys do, or what thoughts they should have, to control themselves when they had that same kind of urge that Will Smith had, and when it come to the shit that people say out their mouth to them? But I mean, do you advocate going around slapping motherfuckers when you feel like that they disrespected you with their words? I mean, what do you suggest motherfuckers do? But
I mean, shit. Just always think about, is it worth it? Like, what I'm saying? Like, like I tell y'all, you know, I drive rideshare and shit. I get annoying people all the time. But I always ask myself, is it worth it me going off on him? You know what I'm saying? Then he report me, then I lose my job, lose my money. Most of the time it ain't even worth it because I dropped the motherfucker off. He might give me a 1 star. I'm gonna give him 1 star and then I'm gonna go on about my life. But is it worth fucking up your bag to, you know, respond like that? Because I know it ain't gonna end well with me. Just imagine somebody say something to me and I'm driving and shit and I go get in the car and slap them. All you gonna see on the news is driver slaps passenger and then I'm gonna get fired and the dude I slapped probably gonna press some goddamn charges and next thing you know I'm out of a job. I probably got some shit on my record. Now I can't get hired nowhere. Like you just gotta think real deep into shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just think real deep. Is it really worth it? Is it really gonna make you feel good? It's probably gonna make you feel good for half a second, then you gonna go home and be like, damn, I shouldn't even reacted like that. Which I know Will feels that way. He probably like, damn, like I shouldn't have did that. But you know what I'm saying? Like don't go around smacking people because you never know how crazy people are. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like Chris Rock could have. What if Chris Rock was secretly trained in jujitsu or something, and he just knew some shit? Or like you just never know. Like you could lose your life. He went up there like he was gonna win, but you trust me, you don't know if you're gonna win or not. That motherfucker might really go there with you. So be careful with who you get crazy with.
Mm-hmm. And another thing, here's the irony of the situation is you showed out like that, and we still got jokes, motherfucker.
Exactly. You still getting
that,
roasted, nigga. You didn't prove nothing.
that little slower little ball-headed garden-o looking bitch.
Damn, you see, I'm not in this YouTube. I'm not in this. He in this by himself. Hey,
No,
that's just
I
him. I'm not agreeing.
I got you, bro. Feeling like a red nose pit in this
all
motherfucker.
that bitch needed last night with that motherfucking green dress on, nigga. All that bitch needed was a magic wand and then click her motherfucking heels 3 times, and she'd have been doing magic like
See.
Loki up in the
And that's why they can't let niggas like y'all host no shows and shit. Y'all niggas gotta host the hole in the walls in the club and shit. Y'all can't
Hey
go
man,
to no
I'll
big
stick to the
events.
Source Award. I'm fine with the Source Award. Oscars do that for a night. Fuck it.
Hey, you know, my favorite comedian is Corey Holcomb. I would just love to see if that was Corey Holcomb.
Oh man, that's a good hypothetical. What if Corey Holcomb was hosting the Oscars and he said the same joke? What do you think the response would have been out of Will Smith? Do you think Will Smith would have tried Corey?
First of all, I'm gonna say no, he wouldn't have. But if he did, Corey would have been like, "You look like a bitch."
Corey would have violated him. He wouldn't care. That's because he don't really care about Hollywood stuff. So Corey would have really violated him because he don't want to be in the industry anyway. You know, I listen to him a lot. He got the 5150 show. He don't really care about none of that. So he would have really went in like. I don't know if he would have retaliated, but he would have roasted something. He would have got on him so because Corey violates. He don't have no filter. You know what I'm saying?
That's how like Arthur when he was tapping that ass.
Hold up.
Arthur hit harder, nigga. Is that why Jada fucked him? Because he hit harder?
Hold up. The nigga Joe Blast said that bitch was looking like a piece of kale. Slated that goddamn dress, nigga. Yo, I swear to God, she looked funny as hell in that. She should have picked another dress. She picked the wrong motherfucking dress to show up in the Oscars with a motherfucking bald head. She should have had like on a linen suit or some shit, just chilling with the motherfucking Dr. Hannibal Lecter at the end of Silence of the Lambs hat.
And all she had to do here's how you like if you ain't got no jokes. Here's how you clap at people. All she had to do was yell out, "Yo, mama, nigga!" That's all you gotta do. Anytime somebody roasting,
everybody would have laughed. Yeah.
And it would have been
But no,
all funny. She would have got her get back. Everybody would have laughed. And boom, like that's all you gotta say. So if you get roasted and you flustered and you don't know what to say, just say your mama, and you good to go.
facts.
Oh
Who would have
wow.
argued? Everybody would have just laughed. But no,
Cam said Will and Jada's marriage is open to everything except jokes.
right? Hey, bro, I think the meme say keep my wife's name out your mouth, but you can put anything in hers if you.
That's cold. See, social
Man.
media be violating, bro.
Yo, the internet wins again. Your tone, you retarded. I mean that in the best
I
possible.
didn't say that shit. I'm bad I didn't come up with it, but the internet
That's
definitely is undefeated.
Bro, that is hilarious. All I'm saying is, on a level, it set black people back because it let white folks know, and now Will probably knows that you just like the rest of these niggas. And matter of fact, I'm pretty sure y'all recall we just did an episode talking about why the fuck is niggas so emotional.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the characteristics of our so-called manhood. Niggas is mad emotional, and you act just like these goddamn females, just like your mama. A
Wonder why she still want a dead nigga.
motherfucker can't say shit out their mouth to you without you going straight to resorting to violence to prove that you a man, like you got something to prove to some goddamn body. Man, you can't stop nothing that come out of motherfucking mouth unless you go to jail, and then you go to jail forever. Goofy motherfucker.
Yeah, just like I was telling y'all earlier when I was having that conversation with one of my exes, and she was like, "I want to know if you'll protect me." I'm just like, "So what you want me to do? Just walk around, just randomly go, just slap somebody so you could know that I could fight? You won't like I protected you so far, like you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't never been in danger ever with me, and you still wondering what if I would have acted emotional and I just went up to just slap the next person I seen and he just killed me." Guess what? She gonna mourn me for about 2 months. Then the next, she
probably get that motherfucker.
Yeah, like dang, I knew he was a punk. Like, thank you, you just helped me out. Like, god damn,
it's crazy. It's a real fine line that you gotta walk, fellas. You know what I'm saying? And I understand what I'm saying. I don't condone, and I don't, you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying that what Chris Rock did is right or wrong. I'm not necessarily saying that what Will Smith did is right or wrong, because I'm not in that particular situation. But as an outside observer, if I was to apply if I was to insert myself into this situation, this is how I would handle myself. Okay, I know my wife got a condition. You know my wife got a condition. I also understand that, this is just jokes. Do you got something personal against my wife? Well, I will see you. And I would question you about that. And I would express to you, why I don't think it's a good idea for you to be making these particular kind of jokes. But I'm not going to get up there and embarrass myself, embarrass my wife, and embarrass every fucking body in the room acting, abusing another black person to try to prove a point. I'd rather just disassociate myself with you than have to expend all that goddamn energy to try to get you to do something. Because in reality, Chris Rock is the one ultimately in the end who gets to make the decision as to whether he no longer tells jokes about Jada Pinkett. Because he could be a nigga like Tom or a nigga like me and just keep egging it on.
Hey,
just to
egging it on. You
just to get you to act like a clown.
Hey, he could really get some money now. He should get a whole little tour and call it Jada. Like he just made a whole set. get a Netflix series like that. Damn.
That's crazy.
That was.
Hey, look, the cover be a picture with picture of his mouth open with Jada's name in it.
Wow. Y'all, sure, y'all.
Hey, that'll be the ultimate revenge though. Like that'll be worse than a slap if he just had a tour and he named his whole tour Jada. That would be the ultimate slap in the face right there. Like I ain't even gotta fight you. I just violated you.
That's another thing too. Not only do you expose yourself to the possibility of actually losing your life by doing some shit like what Will Smith did, you know what I'm saying? You expose yourself to being financially fucked up, because there are some people out there that will egg you on, goad at you, and will agitate the fuck out of you, and then they'll tie your motherfucking ass up in the legal system, and you'll be broke for the rest of your goddamn life.
Over something.
Over some words. And white people they like that.
Yep.
And
here's the crazy thing.
You niggas know that I'm telling the goddamn truth.
She got alopecia, right? Not deadly. She bald headed, right? If she was first of all, she didn't say she was self-conscious about her hair at all. Everybody is putting that on her. She never said that out of her mouth. She ain't said shit since it happened. But she came to the thing bald. Now we know a bunch of bald-headed hoes who walk around with weaves and wigs on, right? So if she was really self-conscious about her baldness, she would exactly. But if she was self-conscious about her baldness, she would have a wig or a weave on. She wasn't. Even before the show, she said, "I don't care what white people think about my bald head." But somehow your husband is led to believe that he should care about what a black man think about your bald head.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A black man is not fucking you. A black man could be fucking you if you wanted to. Maybe you want him to, and you mad because he don't fuck bald head bitches. But regardless, like, why was it that important? Obviously, like, you had no problem with it. You literally came sitting damn near what it looked like in the front of the damn thing with a big ass baldy. You know what I mean? Like, it's impossible to not notice you in a giant green dress with a frowned up face and a big shiny bald ass fucking head. I'm sorry.
And honestly,
you know comedians.
And she not ugly with it.
Hold on. I gotta read this. It says, I guess this is Chris Rock's statement. It might be a joke, but this shit funny as hell. I'd like to offer a sincere apology to Will and Jada. Making light of her struggle with alopecia was perhaps tasteless, so let me just say that I'm sorry. I didn't realize that Will had such a hair trigger temper, but that doesn't excuse my behavior. That's the boss.
What the fuck, man?
That's what I'm talking about, boy. Let's go. Exactly, bro. Fuck that. He slapped you, bro. Ain't no clean fighting, bro. You slapped me. You fuck all that. Go hard. Go home.
You went too far. Now I'm really on your
ass. That's
nigga.
hilarious, yo. But I mean, Will Smith.
But I would literally post something new every 2 hours.
He gonna commit suicide.
Go ahead with that, Ro. But anyway. This is a perfect example of why you don't let your emotions overrule your logic, fellas, because I'm pointing this out to you again. Chris Rock made a joke that Will Smith considered to be disrespectful because Jada didn't like the way it made her feel. So Will Smith got up and smacked the shit out of Chris Rock, and I bet you that motherfucker didn't stop to think, if I get up and smack this dude because he made a joke, everybody else gonna make jokes. Now I got to go around and smack the whole planet.
I used to be a...
That nigga ain't smacking shit over here because your wife looked like Golem from Lord of the Rings, nigga.
Look like he should have been smacking the back of her head.
That bitch look like my precious. She look like one of them little hairless cats.
Hey, I used to be a class.
He looks like a Pac-Man controller.
when you a short nigga, you gotta have jokes. So I used to be a class clown, and the people that I would fuck with the most were the people that got mad. Like the
Still
niggas that didn't take that just would just joke back with me and didn't take it serious. Like, yeah, I would joke with him, cool, but I'm finding the nigga that's gonna get the most mad when I'm roasting him, and I'm gonna keep roasting him until he
too.
don't get mad no more. Because
Me
that's the
too.
best. That's the best part. That's what makes it more fun because you really pissed off, like that I'm going in on you. If it didn't bother you, I probably wouldn't even say shit to you. But if I know it's gonna bother you, like I'm gonna go in on you even more, like. So you just can't be sensitive or people gonna keep fucking with you, especially in this social media area. They don't give a fuck. Like they will make a joke out of anything. Like anything. You could be damn near on your deathbed. They'll be like, ha ha, that nigga almost died. You see that?
Niggas joking
Like
about
God
World War
damn.
III. Niggas don't give a fuck about nothing, bro.
Exactly. Niggas was making jokes about COVID and shit. Like niggas was
Yo,
they made
I
jokes
mean,
about everything. Niggas don't give a fuck,
that's
especially behind the
the
computer.
downside. That's the downside of comedy. Is see, with comedy, you could tell the truth in a humorous way, but you also could tell the truth in a humorous way. You know what I'm saying?
It's
But
funny to everybody but the joke.
yeah, that's true too. But on another note, you know what I'm saying? Like Ro was pointing out, man, the part of what makes words so powerful is that is your interpretation of those words when they're uttered to you. I mean, just think about it. Some vibrations that I made in the back of my throat to utter some goddamn sounds that you recognize gave you a particular thought, and that thought drove you to a particular action. My words, I got power over you with my words. That's how powerful words could be, man. That's how powerful the vibrations of sound is.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
could put
life
we
is
could put
awesome.
people in jail. We could put so many people in jail. Like just let's just all do it. Just walk around tomorrow and say you ain't gonna do shit, and then egg a nigga on and slap us, and then call the police.
Nah,
Niggas, we have niggas
I
lined
don't know
up
what
going to
kind.
prison.
I don't know what kind of shit you on, bro.
But I'm just saying, like, that's how sensitive niggas are. Like, you
I
know what I'm
got you.
saying?
I got you. I
That's how
agree with you.
that's
I
how
agree with you. Niggas,
I'm not
Be
saying
like,
I
hey,
niggas,
do
how much
that,
money
but
you got?
you
How
ever
much money you
noticed?
got? You a
You ever
bitch.
noticed? You ever seen a nigga get sensitive and get in his feelings and get to arguing with a white dude and the nigga be all hype and shit and boisterous and the white dude just be looking at him all calm like I'm getting ready to call the police on this niggas gotta learn how to act like white people when niggas say shit that's trying to rile you up, man. That's how I be. I'm gonna look at you like white people. Like I'm gonna give you that look like I might call the police on your motherfucking ass because I just be
No,
unconcerned with what you talking about. If you don't put your hands on me, you could say whatever the fuck you want about me. I don't care. Just don't
you know
violate
what be funny?
physically. Don't try. You're not gonna. It's gonna be very difficult for you to slap me like Will did to Chris Rock, first of all. But if somehow you manage to get through the defenses, nigga, it's on. We scrapping for real.
You know what's funny about it is the fact that like he slapped this nigga, right? And the nigga like so imagine like how you say arguing with a white person. You be like, you cracker, you this, you that, and he just staring at you, right? You getting all angry. He ain't got mad once. He be like this. He be like, Nick, you get pissed just from hearing the Nick. He ain't got to call you a nigga, and you already on 10. Like literally, like
white people. I be paying attention. That they give you that look. I'm telling you, you can be all boisterous and all hype and shit and cursing and all extra emotional, and they turn around and give you this look like I'm getting ready to call the police on you, man. You need to calm down. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure y'all might have seen that look. It might have not been directed to you. I'm pretty sure you might have witnessed that before. That's the look I give you when a motherfucker be talking out their mouth crazy. I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. Because I've long come to understand that you can't control what the fuck people say no more than you control what the fuck people think. No more than you could control what the fuck people do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even when you try to force a motherfucker under the penalty of death, people will rebel. So, let this be a lesson to all you folks out there that sometimes, let the shit slide. Even if it is done distastefully, you know what I'm saying? It's not a bad look upon you. And I think that's the mentality that we have to get out of. And also, another thing is, from the aspect of dealing with these females, you guys got to understand the difference between protection and, her just wanting to dictate, want you to be a toy soldier.
I was gonna say entertainment. You're not
Yeah,
protecting her. You entertaining her.
exactly.
Right.
Don't lose your fucking life because a motherfucker says some old fly shit. To your women, because it's there are guys out there that's gonna try you,
I'm gonna
and
ask you this:
and
if you walk in with your girl, right,
there's gonna
and
be
some broke
guys
ass
out
nigga walk
there.
in,
Hold up, Tone. There's always going to be guys out there that's going to try you and see what you do. Me personally, I don't like to reveal my hand. I like to see what the fuck you gonna show me, and then I wait for you to make your move, and then that's when I'll let you know what you need to know. You know what I'm saying? So if I was out at the restaurant with my lady, for example, and some dude you know what I'm saying, and I picked this up from observing shit like those prank videos. You know what I'm saying? Because I noticed that when some of these guys do prank videos, they put themselves in a dangerous situation with certain people because motherfuckers be emotional. You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker says some shit that's out the way that, would generally be considered disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to haul off and assault the motherfucker. I'm going to turn around, get a motherfucker a look like, and be like, all right, man, just chill out. But I'm not getting ready to do no arguing with you because that shit, that make you look like, to me, that's feminine. When dudes getting loud with each other, who gonna get the loudest? Fuck that. Put these boxing gloves on. I don't want to do all that talking. But that's just me. I'm more concerned with what the fuck you gonna do to me than what the fuck you saying about me. Cause you could say whatever you want. You can make up some shit. You can invent some shit right now. What you guys got to say about that?
I got a question.
Shoot.
If you walking with your girl and some big cocky ass nigga walk by and your girl like, you big but you a bitch, and now he ready to get into it with your girl, is you gonna fight the nigga or is you gonna let her get her ass?
First of all, I'm gonna answer your question. First of all, I don't deal with women like that because for a woman to utter those kind of remarks to a man, in my estimation, she out of order. Because now she's intentionally being disrespectful to somebody who ass she can't kick. And she's putting my motherfucking life on and my health and safety in danger in that situation. You understand what I'm saying? So first of all, I wouldn't even be dealing with no female like that. And if I did meet a female who was like that, in order for me to fuck with her, I'd have to train that shit out of her. She wouldn't be able to act like that around me.
Right, but in this scenario, you fuck with toxic hoes, so what would you do?
She'd get her ass kicked if that motherfucker decided he wanted to haul off and hit her motherfucking ass. But
Right.
I'd be like, go ahead, girl, stop playing, man. Don't fight it. This bitch dumb. You know what I'm saying? To try to protect her motherfucking ass. But some motherfuckers ain't no protection. But again, this is a hypothetical situation. In a real life situation, I don't even deal with females who behave like that. Because they,
Right.
I deal with women that understand and respect the differences between males and females.
Right. Most men would just jump in, would be like, "No, back up off my girl, right or wrong."
Mm-hmm.
Like Will did. Because to be honest
I
with
get
you,
what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
He pretty much did the same shit. He walked up, slapped the man, not because he felt disrespected, but because his wife felt disrespected. Because we all saw the footage, and this nigga was laughing. Till he looked over and was like, "Oh, you're not laughing? Let me go do something about it." But a man who actually is in my opinion, a man who's masculine but also just aware, knows bro, this is just a joke, baby. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? He a regular nigga would be like, baby, calm down. It's just a joke. You're beautiful. No worries. You know what I mean? And then that'd be settled right then. No point in even even yelling keep my wife's name out your mouth. I'd be like, calm down. You know what I mean? And if she gonna fuck somebody else because you did that, then why are you even with this woman? You know what I mean?
Yeah, she gonna fuck somebody else. She done already.
Yeah, exactly. So what's the point?
I mean, he didn't reach over the table and slap her and say, "Keep that nigga August dick out of your mouth, out of my wife's mouth." He didn't do that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because I mean,
exactly.
a lot of motherfuckers, justifying that shit, saying, "Well, if you said that to me about my wife, I'll do the same thing." Yeah, nigga, I will fucking blow you to smithereens too, you retarded motherfucker.
And she ain't defended him once this whole time. She ain't said nothing about, look, he did it. She ain't explained it, did nothing. But he got out of his seat, walked all the way up to the stage. It was the Billy Jack slapper nigga. She can't even put out a tweet saying he did it. Anything. You know what I mean? It wasn't worth it.
Yo, niggas better be careful who the fuck they smacking. You fuck around and smack a motherfucker, and then when you get outside in front of the bodega, he shoot your ass down. I know you motherfuckers say, "Oh, that's some coward shit," but keep in mind, this is 2022, and this is the world that we live in. Keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. You cannot control what the fuck people say. You can dislike or like what the fuck somebody say. You can agree or you can disagree. But short of taking somebody's life, you cannot control what the fuck come out their mouth. Now, some people could take a joke. Some people can't take a joke. Some jokes are very tasteful, and some jokes are very distasteful. But we live in a world amongst other people, and there's always going to be somebody that got a joke that you ain't going to like. And with that, I would like to ask you, gentlemen, Roe and Tone, for your final thoughts, because we almost at the hour mark. We brought y'all in with a classic Nas joint. It ain't hard to tell. Produced by the one and only legendary Large Professor.
I ain't gonna lie, that song was a slapper.
Oh yeah, I got another one coming up on the outro. But yeah, that's my joint. That album came out the single Halftime came out in '93. And then the album dropped in '94, and then I went to prison right after that. So at least I was out when it came out. It was, oh my God, it was like manna from heaven when that album dropped. It was the biggest. I mean, motherfuckers talked about it for like the next 5 years straight. It's a benchmark for hip hop. But final thoughts, fellas.
Well,
don't forget to plug your social medias.
Shit. I just go by this, man. What people think of me is none of my business. So you shouldn't give a fuck. It ain't really that serious. If you ever get in some shit, somebody talking shit, just say your mama and then walk off. Walk off unbothered. It ain't worth a lot of shit that we about to that people do. I guarantee it's people, sitting in jail regretting the decision they made because they mad somebody said something to them. Like, I'm quite sure. Shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. As long as you don't put your hands on me, we good. You can say whatever. Like, I don't give a damn if damn KKK called me a nigger. I don't give a fuck. Like, shit, he's still gonna think I'm a nigger whether I'm there or not. Like, so I can't stop him from thinking that.
I'm a nigger with a good right hook in this motherfucker.
This motherfucker's advice to y'all is say your mama. And if that don't work, tell the motherfuckers you know they auntie boyfriend, his name T.O.P.
They really gonna slap me. They really gonna slap me there. Like, that, you picked the worst nigga to say. Oh, hell no, fuck that nigga Top. Oh, I really gotta slap your ass. I wasn't gonna slap you, but now since you said his name, I'm really gonna slap your ass.
I know that's right. Tone, Roe, hit him with your socials and then Tone.
Shit, just follow me on YouTube, the Roe Show Podcast. I ain't on social media, man. I fuck social media, man. I'll be back one day, but you can just find me on YouTube. That's it.
Well, his link, you'll find the links in the video description below for both Tone and Roe. But go ahead, Tone.
Man, I think men just learn to I don't know, man, act like men, man. Like I don't know why we think that exerting force is the only way to be a man nowadays. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, you think you got to shoot a nigga to prove that you a man. You think you got to fight a nigga to prove you a man. Real man is the one that's walking around with the bread in his pocket, with a good reputation because he kind of tarnished his a little bit, and got control of himself. Can't nobody else control him. And then if you go handle something like that, why handle it in public? Because he could have easily been like, "Yeah, I'm suing." The only reason he ain't suing because it make him look more like a bitch. You know what I mean? That's the only reason he ain't doing it. But if he didn't care about that, he would have did it. And now you just came out of money for nothing. Now you got to come up with the bread. You look bad. You still got to apologize to him and everybody else. It's like, it's just a bad look. Now you look like a sucker. And not only to mention, you just slapped the nigga, and the first thing you did 5 minutes later was start crying. Come on, bro. You thought you were trying to do it in the first place. Now, I'm not here to go in on Will, because I fuck with Will besides this shit in the whole August thing. You shouldn't have let that shit happen and not said nothing to that man, but said something to somebody who said something about him. She looked just like the G.I. Jane bitch, which is crazy, which was Demi Moore with her hair cut off. She looked just like her. Take the joke, whether you like it or not, and just move on.
That bitch looked like Frodo from the Shire, nigga.
You ever seen Emperor New Groove? She looked like the chick that was trying to kill the emperor in this motherfucker. Bro. Smeagol.
That bitch is out this motherfucker looking like a fairy out there. That motherfucker, I bet you that antenna dress. Anyway.
Next up, Top gets slapped by Will Smith. I'm waiting.
It's gonna be
a nigga at your door. He gonna slap fire out of you. You get 2-hand slapped, nigga.
Out your fucking
he gonna Bernie Mac me and fucking Denzel go commentate. Ain't that a motherfucker?
Hey, Will, we cool, man. Hey, man, I ain't do nothing, Will, man. Don't try to come after me, man. Get that nigga Top. Get Top and Tone. They was making jokes, man, not me.
We understand that you're a little sensitive about your bitch, but you should have been sensitive 2 goddamn summers ago when the nigga was over there tending to your wife's sensitivities. That's when you should have been sensitive to her motherfucking emotions. Any goddamn way. Tell your auntie I said hi, nigga. And I tell her I ain't forget she was supposed to be subscribing to my goddamn YouTube channel. Tone, bust out your socials. Let them know when the next time you got a show coming up.
Currently non-booked, but when they get booked, I'm gonna post it on my Instagram, which is ToneYouAFool. You can follow me there for laughs and shit. And I'm about to just walk around slapping bald head bitches for like the next 2 weeks. So if you're trying to tune in, holler at your boy.
What they called it back in the day, fresh cut. When a nigga got a fresh cut, they lick their hand.
I know that's right. Thank you for joining us for another episode of 3 Niggas on YouTube. Again, I am your host, the incredible motherfucker T.O.P. brought you in with Nas. We're going to take you out with the homie MF Doom. Rest in peace. We'll see you motherfuckers. Matter of fact, me and Tone will be back Thursday night at 9 p.m. We're going to be covering the first episode of Moon Knight on Disney Plus. For all you cheap motherfuckers who can't afford it and don't got cable, we going to hook y'all up with a solid review from two black niggas that's not nerds. We actually kind of cool. I don't know if Roe gonna join us. That nigga, I think he got satellite in the Uber. But anyway, we'll be back. 3 niggas on YouTube on Monday night. Me and Tone will be back this Thursday, 2 days from now, 9 p.m. And then I'll be back with another goddamn episode. I think it's episode 7 of the Crypto and Gamble or Hodl and Gamble Crypto Show. Rather, that'll be this Sunday before we come back next Monday. Until then, we'll see you, motherfuckers. Peace.
Peace.
They disappoint me. They must work faster.
But the prisoner.
Ah, yes. The young traitor who is trying to turn my people against me. Watch him. I have special plans for that one.
Beef rap can lead to getting teeth capped or even a reef from armed dudes on some grief crap. I suggest to change the diet. It can lead to high blood pressure if you fry it, or even a stroke, heart attack, heart disease. It ain't no starting back once arteries start to squeeze. Take the easy way out, phony. Until then, they know they wouldn't be talking that baloney in the bullpen. So disgusting, part itself as I discuss this. They talk a wealth of shit and they ain't never seen the justice. Bust this like a cold milk from out the toilet. 2 batteries, some Brillo, and some foil here, boil it. You'd be better off in PC glued. And it's a feud, so don't be in no TV mood. Every week it's mystery meat, seaweed stewed.
Food. We need food.
He wears a mask just to cover the raw flesh. A rather ugly brother with flows that's gorgeous. Drop dead joints hit the whips like bird shit. They need it like a hole in their head or a third tit. Her bra smell, his cards say "Ah hell." Barred from all bars and kicked out the Carvel. Keep a cooker where the jar fell. And keep a cheap hooker that's off the hook like Marvel. Top bleeding, maybe fella took the loaded rod there. Stop getting babies colored sugar-coated large squares. The odd peer swears and God fears. Even when it's rotten, you've gotten through the hard years. I wrote this note around New Year's. Off a couple of shots and a few beers. But who cares? Enough about me. It's about the beats. Not about the streets and who food he about to eat. A rhyming cannibal who's dressed to kill and cynical. Whether is it animal, vegetable, or mineral. It's a miracle how he gets so lyrical and proceed to move the crowd like an old Negro spiritual. For a meal, do a commercial for Mellow Yellow. Tell them devils hell no, say y'all own jello. We hollowed krills, she swallowed pills. He followed flea, collared $3 bills and squilled for Halalville. Big y'all a pill, dig the real. It's how the big ballers deal. Twirl a L after every meal.
Food.
What up to all rappers? Shut up with your shutting up and keep a shirt on, at least a button up. Yuck, as the rhymers are stripping nails. Out of work jerks since they shut down Chippendales. They chipping nails, doom, chipping scales. Let alone the pre-orders that's counted off shipping sales. This one goes out to all my people skipping bail, dipping jail, wooden tail and sipping ale. Like the doobie till it glow like a ruby. After which they couldn't find the villain like Scooby. He's in the lab on some old Buddha monk shit. Overproof drunk shit, but who to thunk it? Punk try and ask why ours be better. Could be the Iron Mask or the Cosby sweater. Yes, you, who's screwed by the dude on the CD nude.
We need food.